All right, so we back. Now we gave you all our picks. We told you who we like in the NFC. Now we're going to flip over to that other side, to the AFC. And we're going to start it out in the North as well. We're going to start up top. We got some hardcore teams that like to bang in the AFC North. So how you see the AFC North playing out?
Man, you know what? I tell you what, a lot of teams I like in this division, but only one team could be the division winners. I like Pittsburgh. I like them a lot. I just like the way they play football. They're going to win a lot of games. They're going to be in a lot of games, and they're going to stop your running back from doing his thing. So I got Pittsburgh winning the division, Baltimore bringing up the second place trophy as they always do in that division. Third, I got the Cleveland Browns. I think they'll be improved. They'll, surprise some people. Won't make enough noise to, make a playoff run, anything like that. But they'll definitely be improved more than years past. And in Cincinnati, I just don't really like the direction this franchise is going right now. Don't see them doing a lot. They'll actually be in the Andrew Luck sweepstakes sooner rather than later.
What can I say? I got it just like my man. Pittsburgh, Baltimore, Cleveland, Cincinnati. I think Cleveland is doing some good things. They growing. Again, I don't see them leapfrogging nobody in the top two. I'm kind of proud of Colt McCoy. I like to see a college quarterback who had that knock on him, that he couldn't play at the next level. He runs, he does all this, but how's that going to translate? He's been looking pretty good, so I'm happy for that man, and I don't see anything coming for Cincinnati. I think Andy Dalton is going to get banged, and he might suffer from Alex Smith syndrome by the end of the year just from being out there too soon with the wrong pieces around him. I see nothing for Cincinnati.
Boom. And to keep it local, keep it in this area, my man's going to break down the AFC South. A lot of turnover in that division as well. Some attrition being felt. Certain guys have to sit out. You got quarterbacks changing places. How you got that AFC South breaking down, my good man?
And all of a sudden, the AFC South opened up. You had an injury to Peyton Manning that nobody really saw coming. Now he's lost, probably for the year. I think this is Houston Texans' year to win this division. They better win it this year with Peyton Manning going the entire year. If they don't, coaching staff is going to be gone. It's going to be a problem. But I do see them getting it done this year. We'll see how that switch to the 3-4 goes. Mario Williams standing up now at outside linebacker. That's going to be interesting to see. We'll see how that goes. I actually have Tennessee at number 2. Veteran quarterback Matt Hasselbeck played well in the playoffs last year against the Saints. Didn't have the best year before that, but you still have Chris Johnson. If Britt can keep his mind right, he's a threat. I kind of like what Tennessee got going. I had them second. I have Indianapolis slipping down to number 3. And then bringing up the rear, Jacksonville Jaguars. Who else? Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't really understand the Garrard move. Well, no, I'll take that back. I do understand it. They spent the first round pick on the quarterback. So if you feel you that terrible, even with Peyton Manning gone for the year, you feel you can't compete in that division, okay, why not? Get Blaine Gabbert ready and see what it is. So they clearly have said that they rebuilding. They indicated that with their move. So hey, go ahead and rebuild. Take that last place spot like a man and sit back. Sit this one out.
Well, I tell you what, man, I got the Houston Texans winning that joint. I like them at 10-6 to win the division. I got Indianapolis, second place. They'll be competitive, even without the great Peyton Manning. I think Kerry Collins may be able to do enough to keep them in the hunt. We'll see what happens. I definitely like them, but Tennessee, they'll finish third in this division, and then Jacksonville will bring up the rear, man. They'll also be in the Andrew Luck sweepstakes before the halftime point of the season, no question about it.
Moving right along, we'll go to the AFC East, the home of one of the best rivalries going in sports right now. How you see the AFC East playing out?
I'll tell you what, man, I don't think it's much of a surprise who I've got leading the division, winning the division, and actually represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. I like New England. I like everything they've done. I like the fact they're coming in with a chip on their shoulder. I like what they've done in the draft, the agency, coming off a 14-2 year. I got them winning the division, 13-3. The Jets will be right behind them. Miami Dolphins are bringing up third place. And the team that'll compete, be in some ball games, but just won't have enough to get it done, the Buffalo Bills, they'll probably win about 6 ball games. Up-and-coming team, tough division, they're not going to have enough to do anything this year. That's my AFC breakdown.
I have it like he has it. I have New England first. I have Jets second. But I actually have Buffalo third over Miami. And it's mainly because of Miami. I don't really trust Chad Henne. Reggie Bush wants to be an every down back. He wants to prove that he can do that. We'll see. I don't really know about that. I just don't know really where Miami's going this year. I think they're going to take a step backwards to take a step forward. And I don't really know what to expect from them this year. Buffalo, they have a couple playmakers in the preseason. Sean Merriman was looking like he's back. Hopefully not back on that stuff, but he might just be back. He was looking like the old lights out. He might bring some of that defense. So that's how I see the AFC East playing out.
But that brings us to the last division we're going to break down, man. That's the AFC West. A lot of turnover. Really, in every division, you've seen a lot of turnover. Nobody really sat on their hands, man. Everybody made some moves. Some teams a little, some teams a lot. How does the AFC West shaking down to you, man?
San Diego better win the AFC West. If they don't, there's no excuse. They should win that, so I have them doing that. Second, I was kind of torn between this. I like Denver more than most people, but I did go ahead and give Oakland at number 2 spot. Their defense is coming along. I don't know about the secondary. I saw them getting picked on in the preseason. They got some young dudes that's going to have to grow up, but that D-line, I think, can more than hold their own enough to kind of cover up for the secondary a little bit. Third, I have Denver, and I could easily see them creeping up to second. I like them more than most people because I like Kyle Orton. In the NFL, he's a guy who gets it done, like year in and year out. He don't make big mistakes. He gets it done. He has playmakers. He has Eddie Royal out there to throw it to. In the secondary, you still have vets like Champ Bailey. Brian Dawkins is still back there, you know, showing that he got some life in those legs still. So I like Denver third, actually. And fourth, the Kansas City Chiefs. I know what they did last year, but I think they kind of overachieved. I don't really trust that to happen again necessarily. We'll see. They have some weapons. You know, they got a good backfield and all of that. Matt Castle, I suppose. I'm just not really convinced. They might surprise me, but right now I got them going fourth in that division.
I tell you what, man, in that AFC West, Phillip Rivers, my guy. Well, he's not really my guy, but he's a guy I expect to really have a breakout year, do a lot of things offensively, win that particular division, followed by the up-and-coming Oakland Raiders. I like what Jason Campbell's been able to do. Hopefully he'll be able to stay healthy, play all 16 games. They've got a monster running game, you know, young receiving core, some weapons there, and really underrated defensively. Behind them, I've got the Kansas City Chiefs. I know they're the division champs, but I just don't think they've got enough to compete, man, to actually do it again. And then bringing up the rear, I got the Denver Broncos, man, who at the end of the year may actually have Tim Tebow on the center. So that's my AFC West breakdown.